What is up, guys? Welcome back to MazTechCentral. Today, if you haven't guessed it by the title, we have something very special and honestly, a little bit amazing. This is the Xiaomi 17 Ultra, but not just any Ultra. This is the exclusive Leica Edition in white. It's pristine, it's heavy, and it's really expensive. But here's where it gets interesting. Whilst Apple, over the last few generations, added a camera control button, and to be honest, a lot of the Chinese phone makers followed suit, well, Xiaomi said, nope. They've deleted the button entirely. Instead, they've given us this. A rotating camera lens ring, which is customizable for every camera mode. It can be customized to launch the camera, then set it to zoom range, focus, white balance, and exposure. I've set mine to continuous zoom because it feels the most natural, like when I'm using a DSLR camera. Not that I'm an expert in that anyway, but still. Is it a gimmick, or is this the future of mobile photography? We're going to unbox this beast, and because it's exclusive to China, we're going to install Google Play Store. Yes, you can do that. And test that insane continuous zoom. Let's dive in. Right off the bat, the packaging is huge. I love it. It has this exclusive Xiaomi 17 Ultra by Leica sleeve. Let's take that off. This feels like a collector's item more than anything else. Let's open the box and see what we have inside. This is exactly what I mean. You're greeted with this card and it says, always believe that something wonderful is about to happen. Once you lift that up, you're greeted with the phone itself, which is wrapped in premium paper. Oh, I do miss the plastics. But we have to save the environment. Let's get to that phone in a second. Let's see what Xiaomi gives you for your money. We have the paperwork probably in here somewhere. But first, let's check out the accessories. Oh, what's this? You get a lanyard. That's really interesting. I love that. It's really high quality. It's quite thick as well, so you know it's not going to break off. And then let's dive further in. You get this really lush microfiber cloth. It's really premium, and I'm glad they've included this in the box and not something that we have to pay extra for. And finally, in the accessories box, we get something called a camera lens cap. It has this soft texture on the inside, and this just pops over the actual camera ring itself to protect it. And it's Leica branded, of course. All right, let's have a look at the charger next, because the charger is always good, and I love having it in the box. First off, you get a USB-C to USB-A braided cable. That's high quality, it should be quite durable. And you get a 100-watt charger in the box, which is amazing because you want to use that fast charging for your phone straight away, right? Instead of paying extra for it. See, the unboxing experience for this is just another level compared to all the stuff that we get here. In the phone case box, we get some paperwork, which is fine. I'm not going to read that. SIM ejector tool, that's fine as well, which is awesome. It's always handy, to be honest. And then we get the case. I love the case. It's this vegan leather textured case with the Leica red dot on the corner. It has a rotating camera ring, obviously, because the phone has the same thing. See, I do like it. It has space for the lanyard, and it's this two-tone white, creamish type of color, which is the actual color of my phone. The only thing I'd like to change, if I could, is I wish it would include MagSafe, because to be honest, it's just useful. And second of all, I hate at the bottom that it's actually exposed because the speaker grill, the SIM tray, and the USB-C ports are all exposed to scratches, and I hate scratches. But other than that, the case is actually premium. It's quite thick. Should protect the phone really well, apart from the bottom. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's get to the main reason we're here for the unboxing. And here it is, the Xiaomi 17 Ultra by Leica in white. Wow. It has the same vegan leather textured back as the actual case itself, which I like. Of course, we've got the rotating camera lens. The buttons feel clicky, but overall, first impressions, it is hefty, I guess, weighing in at 229.8 grams, which is still shy of the 233 grams of the iPhone 17 Pro Max. The back is a dual-tone white vegan leather. It's grippy. It also has these textured sides, grooves even, which I guess provide extra friction, especially if your hands are wet. So it definitely won't slip out your hand, which is good because you do not want to drop this. I like the Leica Camera Germany branding on the side as well. Because the sides are a matte finish, it's not going to attract fingerprints anywhere, not even the back. If you know me and my channel, I have to put this in a case and a screen protector straight away. Actually, speaking of screen protectors, it's got a pre-applied screen protector, but we do have to talk about the elephant in the room, the ring. This isn't a digital slider. It's a mechanical ring that physically rotates and translates the movement into accurate digital signals. As you're turning the ring itself, the haptic feedback within the phone makes it feel like it's mechanically clicking. It replaces the camera control button entirely. By default, it controls zoom, but you can remap it to exposure, aperture, white balance. It actually feels incredible, and it's way more precise than pinching a glass screen, and way more comfortable than using the camera control button. Now, why does this ring matter? It controls the start feature of this phone, the continuous optical zoom. Most phones jump, right? For example, you have a 3x optical lens and then a digital crop, and then a 5x lens. The quality in the middle is usually not so good. This phone is different. The lens elements physically move inside the module to give you true optical quality from 3.2x all the way to 4.3x. Think of it like this. You have a 75mm to 100mm variable prime lens in your pocket. This is the golden focal length range for portraits. Whether you want a wider portrait at 75mm or that compressed creamy background look at 100mm, you're losing zero quality. It's genuinely impressive engineering, and I love it. Enough technical talk. I took this thing out for a quick spin to test the zoom range. First, a portrait. This is somewhere around the 3.5x mark. Look at that separation. This isn't software portrait mode blur. That is natural optical bokeh from the sensor and the lens. The skin tones are that classic Leica style, slightly moody but very natural. Then I took shots of this building in Shenzhen and a flower wall arrangement. I know it's random. The dynamic range is actually quite good. It holds the highlights in the sky but still gives you that detail in the shadows. It doesn't look like a HDR-ified, if that's even a word, image. It looks like a photograph. And this camera also doubles as a telemacro photo lens. I took this shot of my watch. You can actually see the grooves in the actual dial itself. I'm honestly blown away by the versatility here. Now, before we wrap up, I have to address the software. Since this is the China launch version, it doesn't come with the Play Store out of the box. Well, it does and it doesn't. Don't panic. You don't need to hack it. It just takes about 30 seconds to a minute. I'll run you through it right now. First, go to Settings and search for Google. Then click on Basic Google Services and make sure that's turned on. Next, search for the Xiaomi Get Apps store on the home screen. Ignore all the Chinese here. Just search for Google Play. Wait for it to launch, and there it is, Google Play Store. Hit install. Once it installs, just open it, sign in with your Google username and password, and you're immediately greeted with something a lot more familiar to us, the actual Google Play Store. Here you can just download all your Google apps, YouTube, Gmail, Google Maps. Everything works, including banking apps, smartwatch apps, except for Android Auto, but the rest is fully usable right here in the UK, US, and Europe. That's all you have to do. And then I would just go about uninstalling some of the Chinese apps. So in about 15-20 minutes, you're gonna have everything working as expected. It's really that easy, so I wouldn't worry about it at all. Just a quick recap on what's powering this thing while we admire the phone and the screen. We have a Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5, which is blazing fast and very, very efficient. My unit here has 16 gigabytes of RAM and 512 gigs with UFS 4.1 storage. Basically, it's very high-speed storage. The screen is a 6.9-inch LTPO AMOLED with tiny bezels. The battery is 6,800 milliamp hours. Coupled with that efficient processor, it could even last up to 2 days. The rest of the specs I'll cover more in depth after I've spent some more time with this bad boy. So first impressions. The Xiaomi 17 Ultra Leica Edition is overkill in the best way possible. The white finish is clean, the Google setup is easy, and the continuous zoom ring, it changes how you take photos. You stop snapping pictures and start composing them. I'm going to spend the next few weeks seeing how this phone fits into my daily life, but also pushing the camera. And then pitting it against the iPhone 17 Pro Max because Apple do make great cameras on their flagship phones too, but also with the Honor Magic 8 RSR Porsche Edition. That's a bit of a mouthful, and my unboxing and first impressions is coming up, so make sure you stay tuned for that. If you want to see the full review, make sure you smash that subscribe button and let me know in the comments. Are you team camera control button, or do you love this new ring, or even just like it? I'm Maz, and this is MazTechCentral, where I like to keep tech simple and accessible for everyone. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.